Welcome to another episode of Racing to Learn. We are a nonprofit that uses radio control to get kids excited about math and science. And we are in the workshop, hard at work on our Pro MT 4x4 from Proline. This is a 1/10 scale monster truck, 4-wheel drive. And we are super excited to get wrenching on this thing. So always a good idea here. Here's the instruction manual. We're going to go ahead and get this open here. And we've got our electronics. Today is the big unveil for those electronics that we'll be using. So the beautiful thing about this Proline is that it's super well built, super high quality on the parts here from Proline, as you would expect. You know, Proline is super famous. And I'm going to stop saying super, I promise. They are world renowned for their wheels and tires, their bodies, right? All sorts of accessories for radio control. So in the bag here, we've got some extra parts, some servo horns, etc. Oh, here's a pinion. All right. Here's the instruction manual. Now, definitely you want to give this a read, which we will here, before we go into the specifics. But just wanted to show you guys the electronics that we're going to be using for our Pro MT. Now, the Pro MT is built using A-scale components, essentially. You look at these big bore shocks, the threaded bodies and whatnot, the all metal drivetrain, right? The diffs, the Mod 1 gearing, right? That's the pitch of the gears, so super beefy, way thicker than the 32 pitch you'll usually find on these 10th scale trucks. And it can accept either a scale motor or a 10th scale motor. So it's extremely flexible, and the diameters of the cans there, your average 10th scale will use something like this, which we're going to use. This is a Hobby Wing Easy Run 3656. Now what the 3656 means there is that it's got a 36 millimeter diameter between these mounting holes, and no, not the mounting holes, the can itself. Misspoke there. Let me grab a caliper here and I'll show you. Right, so this should be 36 millimeters. Yep, that's the diameter of the can. And then the 36, usually the second number of 56 means the length of the can. So this is 56 millimeters as expected. So we had this in our T-Max brushless conversion. We've kind of put that one on hold for a second while we rebuild the bulkheads and whatnot. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that system into our Proline Pro MT 4x4. So we've got the Hobby Wing 3656. Even that T-Max only used 32 pitch gears. Right, you can see them here. Make sure to use a Mod 1 gear because they are different, right? They might look equally chunky, but Mod 1 is actually thicker. The 32 pitch equates to a 0.8 mod versus a Mod 1, right? Or Mod 0.8, whatever you want to call it. To go along with that, we're going to be using the Hobby Wing WP-SC8. Now, this is no longer produced by Hobby Wing. It's vintage. But this is extremely well known, popular speed control here. It's been replaced by the Max 10 or the Max 8, whichever one. Probably the Max 10. It's about more equivalent here because it takes 2 to 4S LiPo, and I believe, what was this? It was like 80 amps was the capacity here. It doesn't say on the case. So we were going to use this for our ECX Ruckus 2-wheel drive, but that one's been put on ice for the moment while we figure out the drive shaft situation. This is actually a Savox We lost the label there. It fell off. It is a a SW 0123 MG metal geared servo. Not the craziest servo. It's actually a good budget servo. So yeah, nothing too crazy. This was from our ECX Ruckus as well. We went ahead and pulled that out. You know, not too crazy. Again, the specs on it, I think it was 208. 208. Why am I totally ounce? What is that called? Ounces of torque. I'm totally forgetting the metric that we use for that, but 208 ounces. I think it was ounces of torque. And 0.17 or 0.18 was the speed of this. Again, don't quote me on that, but not a crazy servo spec wise, but it does have metal gears. It is waterproof. So we did have it lying around. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that into our Pro MT 4x4. So you know, not crazy. This is a bit of a budget build to begin with. While we kind of figure out this truck, we don't want to break it right away, you know, using crazy power and crazy motors or whatnot. But just to give you a feel of what is perhaps in store, this is a Hobby Wing Quick Run 4074. And this motor, I believe, I'm just going to look at the box real quick. Okay, well, 40, so this truck should take up to a 42 millimeter in diameter motor. So the 4074, this should fit. Looks like it'll fit. And you still have room for the ESC over here. So I'm sure guys have run this. If I went on the internet and the forums, guys and gals have run this before. But we're going to hold off on this for now because we're going to try not to completely destroy this truck to start off with insane power and wheelies and whatnot. There's not a wheelie bar on this truck either, so that bumper would be taking the brunt of it. We're going to start off with something relatively conservative, or very conservative. So, you know, just a 3656 here. This is 3400 kV. So, you know, we could probably run, well, we will run 3S in this truck, 2S, 3S, probably not 4S lipos to start with. We don't even have any. We'd have to double up 2S's. So regardless, that's what we're going to use for the electronics here. So stay tuned as we get everything installed here. Let us know what you guys think. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we will catch you next time.